Well, hey, YouTube! It's Elvis Ammo here. Hey, today I wanted to see how hard it was to test the hardness of our lead. So what I done was I grabbed a bullet from the bullets that I cast, and I want to know what the BHN is. So now I've done this before on YouTube, and since then we found an easier way to test how hard it is, the bullet I mean. So what I wanted to do is I just wanted to do another video, an updated video on testing BHN. There's a lot of reasons why we want to know the BHN of our lead. You know, sometimes we mix different alloys and we want to know how hard the bullet is, or we're just casting bullets from our clipped-on wheel weights like I use, which is becoming more rare to find, I understand. Here in the South, we can still find these. It's slowing down a little bit, but we still have them. Just got to look around. But so these are just clip-on wheel weights. The stick-on wheel weights have been set aside, and these are just the clip-on wheel weights. So I've cast a bunch of bullets, and I want to know how hard the bullet is. And I have an item here that Loads of Bacon sent me, and I've had plenty of time to review this thing and look at it and see what value it is and how well it helps us. And so that's what I'm going to show you today. And I'm also going to tell you a couple of tips on how we can have accurate readings of our bullet lead. So what we do is, first of all, this is, I am using a hardness testing kit from Lee. There it is. All right. So you want to follow the instructions carefully. They provide you with the indenter, which is this. They provide you with a shell holder, a V-notch shell holder, which is this, so that we can set our bullet in. And they also provide you with this thing here, which is a 20 power 4-lens optical microscope. And this is where Loads of Bacon on the Reloaders Network, or TRN, he has sent this, and they sell them in their store over there. So we're just going to check this out. I've spent quite a bit of time with it, and I'll show you how I like to use it. So here we go. But first of all, I thought it would be a good idea to just let you know how to accurately check these indents, because sometimes it's left up to people like us just translating what we see. Well, sometimes it's hard to see if you're just not steady enough. So here we go. This is how it's done. You file the bullet down like I did here, and here's a little tip for you guys. I used this 400 grit sandpaper because it was the finest that I had. And what we can accomplish after filing it down with a rough file is we can rub it over the sandpaper on a flat surface, and it'll take out all these grooves and lines as much as possible, right? So it's going to be more accurate. That's what we want. So Lee says to put this in the V plate, and you raise the ram, and this is where we can make a difference. If we put this in as squared up as possible, and make sure it's as center as we can get it, right? And sometimes by fine tuning, you can just kind of push this ram over just a little bit, for instance. So now what we're going to do is we're going to raise the ram until this piece of metal is flat with this. Hold it for the minimum of 30 seconds. So here we go. We'll have some downtime. I'm going to raise the ram for 30 seconds. Just go real slow with this, guys. It's level right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Too bad we didn't have any music to play. I'm just going to hold it because I probably counted fast. So it's a minimum of 30 seconds. You don't want to raise it up past that mark. Sometimes it will move because there's an indent taking place. And then you just want to go down real slow. You don't want to use any undue force on the bullet. Just take it down slow. There you go. And let's see, there's our indent right there. So now this is the cool part, okay? Now I've been testing this thing and I've been playing with it, and there's some things about it that I like, and there's some things about it that could be improved, except for we could make these improvements ourselves, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Well, what Bacon does, loads of Bacon on the TRN network, the Reloaders network. He gives us this little item right here so that we can take our shell plate holder and set it like that, and then we could set it down here and we can put our bullet in it, and we can put it under the microscope, and we can move this around and so that we can see this indent. Well, what I've done is I've decided that it would be a better idea that this thing is really lightweight, okay? This is lightweight, and he's set this up, which is wonderful, so that we can make these fine adjustments up and down like this, right? And that is awesome. And he's also give us rubber feet that we can stick on to the bottom of this so that it's you know, a little more stable, right? Well, any little movement when you're looking at a 20 power microscope is significant to the eye. So what I've done is I've just weighted this down. I put a little block of lead right here, and that's just heavy enough to where this thing don't give when you're checking out your indent. So and then of course you can slide this up and down, and you know, you can tighten it with this, and then now you can raise it or lower it to focus in on the indent. The second thing that he's done is he give us this nifty little thing here along with a flashlight, and you can, the reason I'm talking about this is because in the past, anybody knows that have used anything like this, we wiggle around and it's very hard to see the indent, to read it. Now what you will see is on the thumbnail on this video, I'm taking a picture down the tube so that you'll be able to see what I'm seeing. So that'll be your close-up. But for right now, I'm going to show you how this thing works. All right. So I have decided to do away with this little piece right here, because what happens is everything is so lightweight that when you move it, there's always a little bit of give back. So what I've done is I've put the bullet in some little vice grips and set it under here, and now I can move this heavy vice grips back and forth, and it don't have a return give in it. And so now I can look down this microscope and measure that indent according to the instructions, and you can look at these instructions yourself. All right, so this is what the measurement's going to look like through the microscope. Okay, so this has been it's been a pleasure using this, I must say, and I love this touch here. And you can buy this on the TRN network, on the Reloaders network. This is it right here. I'll put a link to the product on TRN. And you can buy this combo set with the microscope holder and the flashlight. So what you do is you look down inside of this tube and you find the indent, and there it is right there. See, I've already got it. And then you focus in on it by lowering this down to where really you want the focus to actually be the indent and not the writing. And that's going to give you the most accurate reading. So now what I'm doing is I can just simply move these vice grips around just like that. And I can read the indent just perfectly. Now, doing this in the past without this holder and this light, it's very cumbersome, awkward, and probably don't get as accurate of a reading because everything is not stable. So this I really love. Bacon done a great job on that. And now one of the things that we can do to accurize this reading is, instead of just reading it at one angle, we can take and I suggest at least that you take and you get an angle like 4 or 5 different angles of the divot and average out what you come up with. And in this case, I've come up with the 0.055 at 17.2 BHN. Okay, and that's really good. And in order to in the past, in order to be able to do all this getting these different angles and averaging, it's been a pain, I really must say. And this has just made it simple. So Bacon, you done a great job on this over at the Reloaders Network. I encourage you guys to go over there and take a look in the store. And there's the website. I'll put a link to it in the description. And he gives you this nice little cap right here too, which is really nice touch. So this way you can just leave this on your bench and check your lead anytime, and you don't get dust on your lens. So good job, Bacon. And I hope this was helpful to you guys to check the BHN of your bullet lead. And I'll see you guys in the next video.